Okay, y'all. So I'm back with part two. It's audio host Arthur Tetasheri. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We're happy to have you. Hit that like button to show your support. Do that for us first, and then make sure you subscribe by hitting that golden bell in front of your screen, right there in front of you, right here under the video. Hit that subscribe bell so that you remain notified in the loop and able to receive uploads every time we bring them to you guys. Okay, let me know too by hitting those that like button if you guys would like to see me continue with Poetic Diaries, where I just create these beautiful stories out of poetry or whatever. If y'all like that, we can keep bringing it to the channel. I plan to still do it anyway, but if y'all like it, show your support. Hit the like button sometimes. Throw your opinions, ideas, criticism. I'm here for it all, okay? So, because the best artists had to go through it. You're going to have to go through rejection, uh, being turned away. Y'all like, how could she have such a bright mind about it? I'd just rather be a realist. You're not going to be accepted and just uh, that's why I guess some people that they're different. They say, we're gonna come take ours by force, but some people like to come earn it. We were on the topic of Rich Homie Quan, another young artist or young entrepreneur who did show us that it is possible to earn it. We know that people can have their own opinions when it's two people that start off like brothers, sisters, best friends, ace, boon, coons, and all this. And then people see them because like with Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, we saw them grow. We saw them even put, if you will, I'm trying to find the right words. We saw them. Y'all know what I mean if you were Rich Homie Quan fans, and fans also saw them have their seasons of drift away from one another. We both still respected the talent. Uh, I believe most of us do for the most part when it came to Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan. We respected the talent. We respected the collaborations. We respected the original creations for real, especially at the time. Some of y'all can probably go back and remember with me when his music was rolling on billboards the way it was. Like, whoa. I don't know. I think summertime. When I go back and think of some of Rich Homie Quan music, y'all like summertime. That's all you got. Summertime is all you need. I might not be from Georgia, but I'm from Texas, and we love the summertime. Y'all know what it is. Uh, R.I.P. again. R.I.P. again to Mr. Lamar. I believe he left two surviving children, a girlfriend, a family. I just thought that was interesting about the kids because a lot of us are parents too. I was just left off on part one talking about whether or not there's a possibility of increase in these reports. We know that with, let me make that clear, okay? That's just the rumors right now because of the 911 call everybody heard was made on Rich Homie Quan behalf, okay? That's just nothing has, now, like I said, news is already reporting, yeah, we did an autopsy, but they have not released those details yet. And y'all know news like this gets momentum like every step of the way at this point. So we really can't do much coverage on what happened yet. We're just already in our own grief to lose another great rapper. Okay. We don't always know the details right away. As y'all know, if you've already been kind of tuning in to other news stations, hip hop news stations, and news stations in general, when you are a celebrity on Rich Homie Quan level, at this point, see, there's no way you can create legendary music. Some stuff speak for itself. Y'all already know people be saying you don't get your roses and respect until you leave here, but it doesn't matter. It can't be hidden once that person gone. People think it's so much glory in death, but once that person gone, it's also highlighted how much of a mark their music did leave, right? How much of their music was love, how much that person was love, okay? So y'all know how that is. We'll claim we love a celebrity. Ain't met them a day in our life, but you understand when you watch every interview, you like a fan like that for real. You watch every interview, but you was at every concert. You didn't know that person personally. But yes, I believe that people can truly fall in love with it. It used to be people whole fall out at Michael Jackson concerts. Um, they did. I just use him for example because I know that for a fact. Y'all can go back and replay old Michael Jackson concerts and how it was, and that's what we talking about when it comes to those memories of the impact that a artist or influencer is able to leave, and how it's more highlighted even after. If it was a real original, it was meant and born to leave a mark, that's gonna be left. You can't erase that. You know what I'm saying? Some people music still played to this day. Yep. And they've been pat like Tupac. I was just giving an example, but that was something I wanted to point out when it comes to my respects on his behalf. Like y'all do know he put out a whole song titled Lifestyle. Uh he was younger than 33. I'll just leave that in those words, and out here preaching about what all he's done a lot to have to get to live his lifestyle, okay? Some of us know what that's about. Some of us might not. But we see he got many, many, many fans that did. If they didn't, they learned about it. And that's what's great. Getting to explore and open up to other cultures of what life might have been like for somebody else. Because it's not always about us, right? And if we can't get a good picture, it's good to study world history, not just world history, because people love it. I ain't got to tell y'all to do that, but world culture is what I mean. You can study world culture history. It gets deep, but to study it in modern day, you'd be surprised at how in some places it's modern, but it's still the same to them. They study and do the same practices. Things might be updated, but their cultures are not. Okay, everybody is already. I didn't want to be another one of those because it's like, why watch 20 videos about the same news? You're gonna get burnt out. And I'm coming from a place when I say this. Sometimes you might be talking about the same crisis as other reporters or podcasters or hip hop news, right? Medias and stuff like this, but you want to bring like a different perception sometimes. That's all. So I don't be meaning no harm with it, and it ain't always about trying to be right or have that. But I'm saying these are just allegations and claims. That's why I put it like that in the title, in the thumbnail there, that are already circulating based off of a leaked 911, recording operator call made on Rich Homie Quan's behalf. Because if somebody find you unresponsive, guys, any of us, you know what I'm saying? This is what we do. This is where I'm trying to see. I don't know much about her and stuff like this, so I'm not gonna come in judging it 100%. But it must have been scary to find her significant other like that. But people don't know enough more of the story yet to speak on. But I would say that's the proper thing to do. You find somebody unresponsive, or just not acting normal or something like that, it's always great, even if you're not sure, to call paramedics who are 100% trained and get that person where they can get help. And that's what she did. And he was already unresponsive or had been unresponsive by the time they got there and stuff. So I think that's unfortunate for his family. But according to the call, she was saying, he would sleep like he usually do, might come in and go to sleep on the couch. And really, she just checked on him because he had been asleep a while. But y'all can add your opinions to the comments. I know so many other reporters, like I said, some reporters said he was 34, some said 33. But as we know, if you have a birthday in between or something, they can't even, out of respect, you got to get that right. More reports than others, though, for y'all did say 34. Okay, because people will want to. People, real fans, you know what I'm saying? They already know, but like I said, really a person can promote and market a persona all day long. You still don't really know that person. And that's where we get lost, all of us in the world, you know what I'm saying? Just taking people as surface or face value at the end of the day, and just another something we can look at. Uh because I guess they're exhibiting how old he was in the headlines. I guess, hey, maybe they are talking to this age group or crowd. It's a big deal. 34, 33, another young rapper. It's like, hey, age group, listen up. Even my youngsters, we're definitely talking more often, even if it get on other people's nerves. Like, hey, shut up. No, love ain't never got to stop talking. Um, I know some people preach tough love. I've never been that person, but I've definitely been more open to accept that it might be real, even as you see the peers around you, as you see your own kids get older. Like, hey, I can't let you do everything in the world because you don't understand everything in the world just yet. But definitely that guiding just being more important. And I would say we are not through guiding. Even at the age of 20s and 30s, we're not done. If we are older than that age group, it is still our responsibility. I left off on part one saying that how I feel like in my perception, as we grow older and our kids go to college and stuff like this, right? And we're like, okay, the kids are finally out the house. My life is mine. Well, maybe in the eyes of God, it doesn't work like that. You still owe every little drop of sweat that you can contribute in your spare time, a second or two to the youth, even if it's in your local community, even if it's in a program, whatever. How is our job done? Because or even if we don't, a lot of people be like, I mean, and it is a trophy of honor. They'll be like, I don't have kids at all. But even if you don't, right? What's wrong with giving some hours at a volunteer service at a shelter? People are like, hold on, Miss Whitney, now we already pay taxes. You're pushing it. I know, y'all. I'm just trying to give some better and also add to maybe even ideas of how we can be more. I know there's a lot of advocacy programs and things out here already, but still, it goes back to that influence. Can you always control now, older generation? Go back and think about it. Could you always control the influence of a certain generation or a certain time or just a certain community? Could you really fully do that? We know that it's possible because in a lot of places, that's what laws and things and stuff is about and why things change. Why? Bringing back everybody back to life. I know we just lost another great, but in here where we're still life and walking amongst each other, we could be protecting our youth more. Where was he before he came home and laid on the couch? Or what's going on here? Who is he with? Y'all know people got questions. It's Rich on Quan we're talking about. And everybody deserves justice. So only we know further after the autopsies is if they release that and when it comes down to that, okay? But the 911 call, they said, gave details of when he was found unresponsive. Another thing I thought was great with bringing up this topic is it's a question. Y'all can put y'all opinions in the comments, but I don't think, like, y'all know what app numbers are. Like app numbers, people even use Google numbers. They got all kind of stuff out here. Uh, Messenger, I'm not talking about that, like social media contact apps. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like just straight phone apps that you can use on Wi-Fi. Everybody out there know what I'm talking about. Do those? Are you able to call emergency operators when you need to? Y'all know how, like, even when your phone off on most devices, you can still call out, even if your phone is off, even if your services are disconnected. When you dial those three numbers, uh, you know what I'm saying? Emergency help usually comes. That's how usually everybody's always known it to work. I mean, well, it connects and it's able to still call out. I know somebody out there feel me, but when it's those numbers, and if it's not that way, uh I mean, isn't this important? Because luckily somebody was able to try to call somebody on the scene for on that young man's behalf. We got that much of the story. Somebody was there, like girlfriend, somebody to call. And all I was saying, in my opinion, which that's all I'm giving today, my opinions, comments, and views on this topic. Uh, I feel like you do always need trustworthy people around you. Hi, baby. When you are under the influence or substance like that all the time, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like strong stuff, like the celebrities probably choose to indulge in. You gotta watch those guys if if they're overtaking who they're getting it from, where they are when they're offered a drink. Their lives matter. Or what are they saying? Because they can pay for the protection, it's 100% their responsibility. Then this conversation and topic is has been needed. You know what I mean? Because that means y'all paying for it, but this type of stuff still be happening. So in the conscious communities, which is a separate area of genre of audiences and people, okay, and the conscious communities, they are already speculating like, okay, another they're using the word sacrifice, like he was another industry sacrifice, or like, oh, just another. It's so sad we got to the point where people be like, oh, another fallen rapper, just another. I'm like, wow, because it's different if you heard, and we hear that sometimes too, like, oh, the person was sick and they just randomly died in the hospital. It'd be crazy though, because they were saying that Jamie Foxx was sick like that for a second. hmm I wanted to keep the discussion topic kind of juicy for the conscious communities out there too. I did hear y'all circulating that news out there, like, hey, he's probably like a sacrifice. He had to be, and they say he used to talk about it in his music. We're just talking about Rich Homie Quan on tonight and giving our respects and speaking on the topic on and how his loss is a loss to us. That we're fans, that been fans, or that are still fans. Okay, um, that's a whole thing, right? Like artist betrayals and the love scandals, right? Like they probably encounter these type of, let's say, circumstances, or because something could be in front of you, that don't mean you have to indulge in it. Give this video a like to show your support, but we all learning as we go, and we got to pay attention. Woo. So yeah, man, like people don't know. We don't have the update on the autopsy yet, or probably as things progress, we will. But that is already being speculated. People think he was either laced or poisoned because he just kind of passed away supposedly in his sleep. Okay, y'all. But that's how much of the update we got in the story so far. They saying he passed 9/5/2024. I just feel like I wouldn't forget, because the day he supposedly passed was literally like a day before one of my daughter's birthday. It was just a random time to kind of hear this about Rich Homie Quan. Anytime I get my respects in a genuine way too. Like my intention even for this recording, you know what I'm saying? We do many discussion topics on different subjects and things, real life events. I like to describe them, if you're new to the channel, as the host, and I describe it as real life events across the globe that affect us all every day, indirectly or directly. You might say, well, how does him passing affect me directly or indirectly? Well, there might be a person in your neighborhood community right now kind of grieving from. It's like hearing Eminem die to some of us. Not that I'm wishing it on him. I'm saying for real. Maybe I shouldn't have used that, but I'm saying like that level of talent loss or something. You know what I mean? For real. You take a second and give us silence and everything about this. Not that other people, don't matter. Type away, flex, ooh. You know what I'm saying? These are all he was known for, right? And put on for his city and everything, right? We don't want to just talk about the violence and wrong crowds and community. All that do matter though. That's what the other podcasts are saying about it. Like, how the young people need to be more careful about the company we keep, we trust. Some people, let me tell y'all, some people feel like, and I feel like it's a very vague way to think. I feel like it is necessary to think overcritical things, especially today. But you don't have to overanalyze everything. But for a long time, a lot of people only want information from who they feel like they want it from, or like and that's just dangerous to me when it's the truth. So y'all can hit that like button again if you support the channel and everything. Support our topic on tonight. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. But even with myself, it's something I try to I have been looking at more lately. People think you go quiet for many other reasons. What you mean? That's something to think about in your life. Like, have I been denying the truth about something, and people don't like you really encouraging others to do it? Because what if? What if? Right? They too. They've been looking at something that uh, denying the whole truth just to fit in, just to be a groupie, just to like whatever the reason is for different people. Not just young people. I think it's a spirit of vengeance going around. And we know it's a deadly vengeance. We know that, right? It's like the fiery dragon. There is hope, though. You know, there's a rumor too going around that there's a fiery lion of Judah. You know, like a lamb, a pure lamb. You know what I'm saying? That washes away sins, white as snow, and you know what I mean. He can forget it. I just want to throw this in there too, because when it comes to death, you know what I'm saying, at funerals and stuff, it's like you're not going to go to one where they like, yeah, this person is probably going to getting the worst punishment in hell for X and Y, what they did. Like, what funeral did y'all go to? Unless it's like those public executions or the prison executions and stuff like that, they're not saying nothing like that at no funeral gathering, but it do be the what truth at the end of the day. Y'all know some people or whatever when they pass, and it's like people put all this big money into the whole service itself, right? But I explain it to people. I feel like it's more of a respect too. At the end of the day, maybe they even pray for the soul. Maybe that is possible because maybe people only talk about souls being trapped like maybe during life, like they walking around and their body just trapped, right? Maybe souls being trapped after life is real too, and they can maybe something like they can be or set free or something like us leaving here is the only way. Certain thing, all of us were born for a reason, so why wouldn't we all die for a reason, right? It's just one of those topics we really don't like to think about. Some say, would you want to know if you die? I mean, if you can know when you're gonna die, would you want to know? You can ask somebody like me because I do like to critical think just for fun. I like to critical think in my free time when nobody's around. I don't do this for clout. So if I could know when I'm gonna die, I told the person I said no because it wouldn't. I could know, but it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I wouldn't put all my faith into what a person tell me because you go to the doctors, people that the doctor done told, oh, if this bullet would have hit you one more inch, right? Like that could have been a total day that person was supposed to die. Or they'd be like, this person got 6 months to live, but the person lived 6 more years, or you know what I'm saying, 10 more 10 more decades if it's possible, right? Because some people they write them off. I was gonna make that another topic on another night. Y'all gonna love it, but a write off and not talking about taxes. Being written off is a real thing in the real world. You know what I mean? Some people will go the extra mile to not feel that feeling. If it ain't real, y'all gotta mistake me. That is very real. Write-offs, written-offs outside of finances, but people also go the extra length and mile to accumulate the most, to try to be uh woo woo woo. Because then you sit back and we examine a man or woman's sins. But they don't be wanting the fact that a God could be true and he can save souls or release trapped souls and do all that and have the power to do that because they wouldn't get to count sin so much. I'm telling you. So really it make in my point, it make you think about it. What's the point of sin? Don't think I don't think about it. But we all do have. I'm coming back with a part three. RIP and much peace for real. Uh, Rich homie Quan. I'm gonna come back with a part three. Hit that like button, show your support, subscribe, like, share, and until next time.